Hello, welcome back to Algebra 1. We're going to continue learning how to solve these systems of equations by substitution. The process for almost all of these problems is going to be basically the same thing. So by working lots and lots of problems, you'll get to see that and get very comfortable with it. So let's take our next problem. What if we have 3x plus 1 equals y? That's equation number 1. And the second equation in the system is 2x plus 3y is equal to 25. Now, before we get started, I'm just going to point out that we have two variables, x and y. Notice we have here x and y, so we only have two variables. So because we have two variables in our system, we need to have two equations to solve the system. So we have two equations here. So this system should be solvable. Now, what we need to do is isolate one of these equations for one of the variables, plug it into the other one, and go from there. This equation looks very attractive because it's basically already solved for y. See, if we were to work with this equation, we would need to solve it for either x or y. We could have our choice, and then we would plug into the other equation. But this one's already done. We already have y solved. So we're going to choose this. But just know that you have flexibility. You could work with this equation, solve for y, and plug it in here if you want, or you could solve for x and plug it in here if you want. We're just looking for the least amount of work. So we're going to go with this one since y is already done. So essentially all I'm going to do is take this value that we already have for y and stick it right into this equation. And when I do that, I'm going to get 2x plus 3 times y, but now we know that y is actually equal to 3x plus 1. So we'll put 3x plus 1 in here, and that's equal to 25. So now you see this equation no longer has y in it because we replaced it with all of this. So now we just isolate and simplify everything and solve for x. So we have this 3 that needs to be distributed in here. So 3 times the 3x is 9x, for instance. So we'll have 2x plus 9x plus this 3 gets distributed in here times 1 gives us the 3 is equal to 25. All right. And then we just add like terms. So we have the 2 plus the 9x, the 2x and 9x gives us 11x. And here in the same step, I'm just going to show you that we have a 3 here. We want to move it to the other side by subtraction. So what's going to happen when you subtract 3 from this side is going to go away. When you subtract 3 from the other side, you're going to get 25 minus 3 is going to give you 22. Make sure you understand that. I just combined like terms here and then moved the 3 over by subtraction. Now, to get rid of the 11, we're going to divide by 11 on both sides. So at the end of the day, since this cancels on the left, we'll just have x is equal to, what is 22 divided by 11? Is equal to 2. Now this is an important answer. It's not the final answer, but it's half of the answer. We now know what x is equal to, so we'll take this value and we're going to have to plug it into the other equation.